Hello, I want to talk through another common issue that happens with reconciliations, and that's when you're missing a transaction. So, if you're going through your reconciliation, you have your statement handy, you're checking off the items as you see them on the statement. Maybe you come across a transaction or two that is on the statement but not in the reconciliation. And if that happens, there's a few places you can look first. So we'll go over to the banking tab here into our banking center. And first of all, just check that all transactions have been categorized. If a transaction's sitting here in the bank feed, it won't show up in your reconciliation. So that's the first thing to do is categorize any outstanding transactions, especially in that period that you're reconciling. You can also, while you're here, look in the excluded tab. If a transaction has been excluded by either you or someone else, it will not show in the reconciliation screen. So you can check here under this tab. If you do see it, you can hit the undo button and it'll go back into the bank feed and you can categorize it. There's another place to look, and that's back on the reconciliation. Sometimes the transaction that we're looking for is hiding in the beginning of the next period. So when we do a reconciliation, it pulls all the transactions in for the period that we chose. But sometimes there's a transaction, it's just sort of hiding in the beginning of the next period because maybe there's just a timing issue. So it's good to look at the transactions in the next period and see if you can find it. So to do that, and pay close attention here, we'll go up to the top and there's this little text, statement ending date. So if we click on this, it will open up the reconciliation. So now transactions will be feeding in from later dates. So we might be able to search down here and find the transaction we're looking for. Just be careful that you're not choosing a similar transaction, like maybe it has the same amount that occurs in the next month. You just want to ensure that it is the one that you're looking for. But this commonly does happen where transactions are hiding in that next period. So definitely check this out. And then if you want to reset the statement date back to, just the transactions for the period you want, you can click back on that text and it will reset it. So those are the three places to look if you're looking for a missing transaction. If you've checked all those places and you still can't find the transaction, you may need to manually add it. You just want to be sure that it's definitely on your statement. You haven't located it anywhere else. Then you can manually add it very easily. You'll just go to the new Quick Create button, create the transaction. Just make sure that you choose the proper bank account. So if it was an expense, for example, we'd want to make sure we choose the proper account that it occurred in, create the expense as usual. Then it will show up in your reconciliation and you can check it off. So that's the basic troubleshooting process if you're missing items in your reconciliation.